Dear listeners of the AUIB FM 101.5, welcome to Meet the Expert, where we highlight academic and medical professionals who play a key role in advancing health education in Iraq. Our guest today is Assistant Professor Masar Sheikhan, an anesthesia specialist and a faculty member here at the College of Health Sciences, CHS, at the American University of Iraq, Baghdad. In this episode, we will discuss the anesthesia program ANT, the role of the simulation laboratory in student training, as well as Dr. Sheikhan's research experience and teaching methodologies used to prepare competent healthcare professionals aligned with international standards. But first, let's say hello and welcome to Dr. Masar Sheikhan, and you're welcome today with us.
Hello, everybody. Thank you to having me. And at the beginning of my talk, I would like to thank you for all the effort
You're welcome.
And let me tell you something. I am a great listener for the AUIB FM.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all the effort you do, and thank you for everything you do for the AUIB.
Thank you so much, and you're welcome anytime. I want to ask you first, could you introduce yourself to the listeners before we talk about all the things and topics that we have in today's episode?
Yeah. My name is Dr. Masar Sheikhan. I have PhD from Newcastle University, North Institute for Cancer Research. Mostly, my PhD is about drug targeting, drug resistancy, specifically on the patient who is not response to the chemotherapy. Let's say. Drug resistancy. So I was able to discover the novel pathway that could be the cancer cells are using to avoid the regular treatment in cancer. And based on my finding in PhD, a clinical trial is start in Europe. So that's great news for any scientist. And then after that, I did a postdoc in Omaha, Nebraska, UNMC. And it was a role of immune system, or how to educate the immune system targeting the drug-resistant cancer as well. And we were able to educate the immune system to target the bone metastasis. Unfortunately, bone metastasis is a big challenging on the clinic at the moment, and where we were able to identify the mechanism of how the immune system can target the bone metastasis. And based on this finding, we were able to get a fund from the NIH. It was a huge fund, and based on that idea, and it was a great. I work under supervision Dr. Leah Cook. She's one of the experts in the bone metastasis. And then I did a senior scientist, University of Chicago, Nope Center for Biomedical Discovery. And also, I was lucky, I had great leadership at that time, and we were also able to discover a novel mechanism of the cancer for metabolism. And we were able to target this metabolism, and we were able to reduce metastasis. And based on that, I was able to publish on Nature.
That's
Nature,
excellent.
Yeah, Nature is one of the biggest high-rank journal. And after that, I decided to join AUIB. And as you could see, my experience is with the drug resistance, drug targeting, and drug discovery, or drug targeting discovery. So I decided to join AUIB because it feels like I'm never left United States, because we adapt the United States standards in the teaching, in the lab, and in everything.
That's excellent. Well, with all these great achievements, I want to ask you, Dr. Masar, could you give us an overview about the anesthesia program, ANT, at the College of Health Sciences here at the AUIB, and what distinguish that program from other anesthesia programs that we know?
Great question. So, our department is part of the CHS. We recently changed the title of our college. Department of Anesthesia is now we are training the student to be on the clinic and the research as well. So later on, when they graduate. This program is provide the student all the basic clinical skill to be able induce and maintain the anesthesia in the patient. How we achieve this? So the teaching philosophy of the AUI our department is teaching does not stop at the classroom. Actually, it's a start. So here, mostly student mostly the philosophy is a standard is a student centered and practice focus. By mean we are give the basic knowledge to the student and then we prepare them on the clinic on our simulation lab, and that I will talk about it mostly later. Our goal is provide our student with the higher standard in anesthesia, especially in American Society of Anesthesiologists, because as we know, this every practice, clinical practice, has to follow a standard, and we adapt the American standards at the AUIB mostly. We teach our students all the skills it's need to be great anesthesiologists later on. Starting with the lab and the theory, and then we have an amazing program as practicum. The practicum is where the student can apply what they learn in our AUIB labs and theory in the real life and the hospital. So, should I explain more? What?
Well, I think we can just move on to another question and dive deeper in this topic. What are the main objectives of the program that we are talking about, and how does it prepare students for clinical practice after graduation?
So the main goal of ours of this program is to prepare the student with all the basic knowledge and the clinical practice to help them to achieve the anesthesia process in the OR, in the operation room. So how do we achieve that? We mostly do that on the simulation lab. We fortunate we have one of the advanced simulation lab in the area. Thanks for Dr. Alal, the dean, and thanks for Mariam as well. She's one of the experts. She's lab assistant, and she's one of the experts in this. We have a teamwork in this, preparing our student on the mannequins. So as we know, ethically and morally, we cannot train our student on the patient. Instead of that, we train our student on the mannequins, high advanced tech mannequins. They could do all the scenario that could possible happen in the OR. And we prepare them to be critical thinking, troubleshooting. Because when surgery happens, anything could happen. So we preparing them for the worst scenario, actual scenario actually. So we adapt actual scenario that's happened in the OR, but on the simulation on the mannequin.
That's excellent. So, about the simulation laboratory, Dr. Masar. Simulation laboratory is considered one of the key strengths of the College of Health Sciences here. Could you explain how it is utilized in training anesthesia students here?
Yeah, so basically what we do is we are exactly mimic what happened in the OR. By literally we divide the student surgeon team and anesthesiologist team. And we choosing a scenario that could happen in real life. And then our brilliant student, they achieve that like it's happened in real life. So we prepare them. So we have this advanced, as I said, advanced mannequins. We could program them with any scenario we want. Thanks for Mariam and Molly. She's expert in that. And we could also have any scenario we want. For example, like
Dr. Masar, from your perspective, how does simulation-based education differ from traditional teaching methods in the field of anesthesia specifically?
So we use these mannequins or this simulation lab to train our students on the mannequin before they go to the patient. So when they go to the hospital, they have all the knowledge, basic knowledge, and the clinical knowledge to how to deal with the patient, how prepare the patient, also do anesthesia process in general. So it's really highly advanced technique that we use it for train our student, because as I said, is not morally and ethically to train our student on the real patient. So mostly we use these mannequin for train our student. And we get really good feedback because later on we have a practicum, and I would like to share that with you. So practicum, we are one of the few universities in Iraq that we are focused on the practicum where the student go to the hospital. So basically, we provide the student with the theory, and then we train them on the simulation lab, and then the third stage is going to the hospital, the real patient.
And you're following up with the students with all these phases.
Correct.
Yes.
So we follow up. Thanks for Mohammed Barzanchi. He's responsible on the practicum as well. So we have a great team in this. We follow the student. We are guidance. We guide them, and we mentoring them. And even in the hospital, we are not leaving them at all. So we follow that. Also, we have some idea is apply what they saw in the OR in the simulation lab.
Okay.
So we are still at the beginning, but we're learning, we are growing, and we are achieving good progress, inshallah.
Well, that's excellent. I mean, Dr. Sheikhan, you have notable research experience in anesthesia specifically. Could you share your main research interest and how your research contributes to the educational process?
So the research I did is mostly drug discovery or drug targeting or drug resistance. As it's for anesthesia, I use the anesthesia a lot for my research. First of all, we need to use the anesthesia on the animal or lab animal. So we use that as well to control the animals, sedate the animal, or we do then the research on it. So anesthesia specifically, we want to establish a research in anesthesia specifically, because what we see here is a lacking of I would say research of specifically in anesthesia. And we have a brilliant student, actually. They have brilliant ideas, brilliant research methodology. And also, we have research gap here in Iraq. So we want to cover that. Still, we are our student is not senior enough, but even they are not senior, but they're still brilliant. They have all the knowledge. So we have a plan to do the research specifically in anesthesia.
I want to ask you about that. How do you encourage the students? You've talked about the students that they are not seniors yet, but do you encourage the students at the College of Health Sciences to engage in scientific research and develop the critical thinking skills for them?
So for the critical thinking, we are already teach them in the theory, critical thinking and troubleshooting. But the main idea for us is to make the student understand the trouble first, so they will understand the troubleshooting. Especially in the OR, troubleshooting always happening. However, in the research, now we are mostly try to emphasize or persuade our student to focus on the research, because now they have all the knowledge in the clinical and the theory and at the theory level and the lab level. Now they will be more exposed to the research. Research would identify the research gap first, and then we try to apply the hypothesis that would be to apply on this research gap. At the moment, we are thinking about a couple of ideas, but we need we persuade our student to achieve these ideas.
Of course. So what modern teaching strategies, Dr. Sheikhan, do you use when teaching anesthesia to students in classrooms and laboratories? Do you have new ideas for them?
Actually, yes, I do. I strongly believe that the real power is the student. The student is the center of our knowledge. So as a faculty, I'm not just responsible to deliver the information. No, I believe that the student and the faculty have a role to achieve the knowledge. We have a brilliant, smart student that could help also to achieve and deliver the information. So basically, what we do interaction learning, which is by mean is group of discussion. Let the student express their opinion, even in science. They have opinion because they already have the knowledge and the basic. So they could have opinion and they could participate in the lecture. So my strategy is interaction learning. It's not only me and deliver the information. No, me and the students are both involved to deliver the knowledge.
Okay, well, that's really remarkable. And I want to say, what message would you like to share with students who are considering joining the anesthesia program, ANT, and what qualities should they have to be successful when they are entering this field, because it's really something big for them?
So my advice for the student, for the new student, we are offering the most advanced clinical set in our lab, which is simulation lab. You will learn real scenario before even go to the clinic. Our students have amazing knowledge because of that. Thanks all for the leaderships for provide for us the simulation lab. You will learn the theory part and the lab part before even go to the hospital. And then when you go to the hospital, you will have all the knowledge and the clinical you need to apply that on the real patient or real life.
Of course.
And my also advice is believe in yourself, right? Because believe it or not, the student has high power in our department. Our student, they could achieve anything they want, but we supporting them, we monitoring them, we give them all the help they need to achieve what they want.
At the end, Dr. Masar Sheikhan, assistant professor, an anesthesia specialist, and a faculty member at the College of Health Sciences, CHS, at the American University of Iraq, Baghdad, I want to say thank you for this insightful interview with us today. Thank you for all the information that provided by you today. And if you want to say anything at the end, the mic is yours.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you for all the effort and the work you do for showing our AUIP to the world. And second, I would like to thank our leadership for all the help and support they give for faculty and staff and the student. And the third, I would like to thank our student, our brilliant student. They are the center of this AUIP. We care about them. We care about their knowledge, and we always work on their progress. And we hope they would achieve what they want.
Dear listeners of the AUIB FM 101.5, that was Meet the Expert segments, and you were listening to Dr. Masar Sheikhan, an assistant professor and anesthesia specialist and faculty member at the College of Health Sciences at the American University of Iraq, Baghdad. We hope that all the information was really helpful for you if you want to join this program or not. See you next time.